Hey guys, welcome back to Slam Dunk Central. Today we'll talk about 5 NBA players who also played college football. Let's head into it. Number 5. Allen Iverson. Like FSU, Bethel High School wasn't sure if they had a future NFL quarterback or future NBA point guard in Allen Iverson. As the star quarterback and defensive back, he led the football team to a state championship his junior year and accumulated 21 touchdowns, with 14 passing, 2,204 yards in offense, and 13 interceptions. Just 3 months after winning a football state championship, he would lead Bethel to a state basketball championship. Now we all know Allen Iverson for his basketball skills, his MVP award, and the fact that he played in the NBA for 14 seasons. But in high school, he both played football and basketball, led both teams to state titles before going to Georgetown to play college basketball. Number 4. LeBron James. With his frightening blend of size, speed, athleticism, and quick-fire decision-making, Cleveland Cavaliers hero LeBron James would likely excel at virtually any sport he played. His hulking frame has drawn comparison to a football player, and he could easily line up as an uncoverable tight end, an unblockable defensive end, or a havoc-wrecking linebacker. But in high school at St. Vincent St. Mary in Akron, Ohio, the coaches called for LeBron to be a wide receiver. He's probably a bit too bulky for that now, at 6'8" and 250 pounds. So it's good that he quit football after his junior year to focus on becoming the greatest basketball player on the planet. Of course, everyone knows that LeBron was a real high school basketball star during his days at St. Vincent St. Mary High in Akron. Therefore, he went straight to the NBA after his high school career. But did you know that he spent time on the football field as a wide receiver? During his sophomore year, he was even named first team All-State. If he had chosen to go to college as a football player, he probably would have gotten a spot at a great college. But we all know the path he chose. Number 3. Nate Robinson. Nate was a star football player in high school and also played football at the University of Washington. Over the past few years, he's also dropped here and there about trying out for the NFL. And back in 2011, Nate and the Seahawks coach, Pete Carroll, exchanged some flirty tweets to each other about the possibility of Nate trying out for the Seattle team. Nate Robinson is one of the smallest players that has ever played in the NBA, but he was quite a good football player during his high school years. He was even named a Super Prep All-American back in 2001. Robinson continued to play football in college at the University of Washington. Number 2. Glenn Davis. Calling Glenn Davis Big Baby is somewhat misleading, as enormous or humongous baby would be more accurate to describe the 6'9", 289-pounder. And the scary part is that Davis was even bigger when he played football in high school, as in, big enough to body slam Shaquille O'Neal at the tender age of 15. As noted by New York Times Thayer Evans in a 2007 article, Davis was 6'6" and 345 pounds in high school. Old video highlights showcase his array of talents on the gridiron, which included hurling a defender on a 20-yard touchdown run, sacking quarterbacks, catching passes, and blocking for a tailback. He even makes a nimble spin move to shake a defender off his ankles on a 17-yard run. For a very large man, he's incredibly nifty, said Wayne Williams, who coached Davis in football during his sophomore and junior years at Baton Rouge University Laboratory High School. Unfortunately, Davis' name is unlikely to change from Big Baby to Incredibly Nifty anytime soon. Now, Glenn Big Baby Davis has disappeared from the NBA after playing for the Celtics, Magic, and the Clippers. But long before those days, Big Baby played defensive end, defensive tackle, and tailback at his high school at Baton Rouge. When it was time to go to college, he quit playing football and accepted a scholarship to LSU, the same college that Shaquille O'Neal spent his college days. Number 1. Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal is one of the greatest big men to ever play in the NBA, but he might have chosen a different path if not for a contract deemed as the worst contract ever in sports. In high school, Shaq was already 7 feet tall as a senior and considered one of the best basketball prospects in the country. He was also a tight end at the school's football team. Shaq has been retired from the NBA for a while, but back in high school, he played tight end. While deciding whether to play football or basketball, in the end, he chose to go and play basketball. O'Neal was a guest on the Dan Patrick Show and explained what he loved about playing football and why he quit. "I actually started out playing football," O'Neal told Patrick. "I was a hell of a tight end. As you know, I have wonderful hands. My hands are impeccable, and I like to punish people. But then a guy your size hit me in my knee one day. I was all bummed out, and my dream came true. I was sitting on the couch, and John Konczak signs for $15 million for 3 years. I was thinking, if I can make $5 million doing the basketball thing, I think I'm going to switch up now." True story. O'Neal is a little off the exact numbers, and there might be a problem with his timing. The contract he's referring to is the 6-year, $13 million deal the Atlanta Hawks give to Konczak, a backup center who averaged 4.7 points per game the year before. It was 1989, and it was before the internet, during a time when most fans only knew the contracts of the highest paid players. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.